All right, so we're gonna do a quick story time of what happened with my PC because people that watch me my streams, twitch.tv/KingJAE, you will know that my PC went for a period of time, and it's quite annoying because I always had a feeling that my PC was gonna go, and I'll explain where it started from. So the first part was when I went to do the Eubank Jr. Versus Conor Ben fight, and I was like, oh, my PC is just not turning on. What would happen is my screen would go black, my displays would go black. Yeah, I think my PC. Yeah, look at this. This is mad. Yeah, my PC is done right now. Look, it's playing Tekken and my screen just shut off. This is mad. And my PC will have a loud fan noise if I'm playing Tekken or any other game. And I was like, what's going on? Why is this doing this? So then I was like, okay, for the longest time, I've took the RAM out my PC and put it back in, took it out, put it back in, took it out, put it back in. And I was doing this for like 5 hours. And then one time it turned on. And then I left my PC. I was like, oh yeah, nothing's gonna happen. I'm okay. Like everything is fine. But then I was just like, this could happen at any time. So the same thing could happen at any time. I just don't know. So a couple of weeks later, I think it was when I was streaming Combo Breaker. That's the one, Combo Breaker, when Fakram trailer was coming. And I was playing against Ayo Richie and Shaiko in Mandem lobbies. And then all of a sudden, it just went black. Shut off. Both of my displays went black. My PC made a loud fan noise. And my lights and everything was still on, but it just made a loud fan noise and the displays were off. So I was thinking, what could this be? And every time I was turning it on, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off, and it wasn't. The lights would come on, but it just wasn't showing no display. So I was thinking, okay, maybe it could be the RAM, maybe it could be the power supply unit, maybe it could be the graphics card. So anyways, now, long story cut short, like after fiddling around with it, it eventually just the light never came on, and it had a static light. So I took it to a PC shop that was nearby, and this is where the story starts to get funny. Now, I've gone to the shop and I'm like, hey, my PC's not turning on, it just has a static light at the bottom. Then he was like, oh, okay, we're gonna check it out and I'll let you know what it is, and then you can let me know what you want to do. He told me it was gonna be £60 to look at. No problem, fine. So I've given him the PC. And as you lot know, the PC has a lot of premium parts. It had a 3090 graphics card. So it's a 4-year-old PC, but you know, everything in there they were high grade parts. A couple days later, he's like, oh yeah, they tested it. They tried VGA cable. And this is where the alarm bells was. I was like, what do you mean VGA cable? Like, bro, yeah, I ain't used VGA cable ever. That's old school. So I was like, okay, did you use HDMI? Did you use DisplayPort? He's like, oh yeah, we use those. I said, okay. So anyways, I was like, oh, it turned on? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay, what was the background? He was like, oh yeah, it was anime. So it was my Naruto one. So I was like, okay, cool, fairs, you got into it. So then now, taking it back home, driven home with it, I plugged the HDMI in, nothing happens. Plugged the DisplayPort in, nothing happens. And I'm plugging it directly into the graphics card. Still pitch black, it can't recognize anything. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, but he said he tested it and he saw the Naruto, so something's not right here. So I have to phone the guy, taking it back, and they were like, oh yeah, it does seem like it's not working now. When he turned it on, he tried it on. I personally think he tried VGA cable and plugged it into the motherboard and he saw a display. But I don't know, I don't want to, that's what I personally think, innit? So anyways, they've now checked it out. So sorry, I'm skipping part of the story. So when he gave it back to me the first time, he put a PSU in it, which was from Vida, and I've never heard of the company Vida before, and I like my gadgets and tech stuff, so I was like, Vida? So he's like, yeah, it's £200, but basically that covers the £60 that he initially said to do a check. So it was £60 plus that, basically. So he gave me an 800 watt PSU, which was the name Vida. I've never heard of the company before, but yeah, I had that in there. And I'm like thinking, I said to him the second time when I went in, so this was after I still tried to test the monitors and stuff like that, and it went black. I said to him the second time when I went in the shop, I was like to him, like, obviously this time, let me know what the situation is, because then I can kind of like tell you what brand what I want to use, because obviously when you use the power supply unit, you just used any brand, but you said to me you was going to tell me beforehand what you was going to do, and you didn't tell me beforehand. You just put the power supply unit in. So anyways, now, so the second time he's checked it, he said the graphics card is faulty. And he was like, he doesn't know what to do, because the only graphics card he has is a 4060 in there. And I didn't want a 4060. I was like, I have a 3090. What can I do? So for the next 2 or 3 days, I was dwelling, and I was like, okay, so what am I going to do? Because my PC is not working. I need to get back to work. Like, my channel's doing really well at the minute, but I'm going to lose momentum if I sit here and I just dwell on this, having to spend money on a graphics card. I spent £1,154 on a gigabyte graphics card, and that was my new graphics card that I needed to use. And I was like, I got 5080. So, and this graphics card was big. I'm not gonna lie to you, this graphics card was big compared to the 3090. This graphics card was just like 3 times the size. It was massive. So I was like, ooh, I'm a bit worried if it's gonna fit in the machine. So anyways, now he phones me. He's like, oh yeah, it's gonna fit in the machine. It's a bit of a tight fit. So all right, cool. Prior to that, he's like, oh yeah, there's a lot of expensive parts in this PC. I was like, yeah. The thing that kept on looping in my ears was expensive parts. Why would he just say that? Like, if you're a computer shop, you probably dealt with loads of parts like this, right? So it's just like, why did he say that? I'll tell you why. So the next day he was like to me, yeah, this is gonna cost £100. And I'm like, £100 for what? He's like to me, £100 to fit the graphics card. I said, fit the graphics card? There's no way I am paying £100 to fit the graphics card. Like, the only reason why I bought the graphics card to you is because you can put it in with what I've already paid. You know, if you diagnosed everything and, you know, went through everything, I wouldn't have had to come the second time. It was a lot of driving back and forth, back and forth. Even like my graphics card, the first time when I went there, they were like, yeah, we need the wire from the power supply that we gave you back. So I've had to drive all the way back and then drive there. And the journey is like 25, 30 minutes. So it was just annoying. The whole thing was just annoying. So he's like, oh, I have to pay. So it was going back and forth. I said, I shouldn't have to pay £100 to fit a graphics card. He's like, oh, well, I have to pay the engineer. I was like, you have to pay the engineer. So the engineer only came for this job. He's like, yeah. I said, but you do know that fitting a graphics card takes 15 minutes. And the only reason why I went back to him was because I wanted him to finish the job. I've already paid. I shouldn't have to pay him £200 and then I take it back and then I fit the graphics card in myself. Then what was the point of me coming to you in the first place? So anyways, now he's like, oh, I don't argue with the customers. Just come and get your PC locked off. I was like, damn, this guy's got attitude. So anyways, now I've gone there and I've said to him like, hey, look, like, you know, I don't want it to be any bad blood or bad air, but you know, I have paid 200 and nothing was fixed other than a new PSU. So that's the reason why I've said what I've said. He's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna lie. He didn't say I'm not gonna lie. That's the words I use. But he said, yeah, I'm just, you know what, I'm fed up with this job, so I'm just gonna give it back. I said, all right, cool, no problem. And there was nothing really to be fed up about. It's just you just needed to fit my PSU, my graphics card, and it would have been cool. So yeah, like that was my experience with my PC. But one thing I will say, me having a 5080 right now, my PC does not get hot at all. I remember there was a time when I was talking to you a lot about like my PC when I was in my studio, and it was like the temperatures were getting hot, or it would get really hot. This does not get hot. Like, it's crazy. Like, I'm just like, wow. So yeah, I'm kind of up to date. The reason why, I know people are going to be like, why did you not get 5090? Why did you not get this? The reason why I didn't get 5090 is because all the rest of the parts are still 4 years old and anything can go wrong. So the state drive could go, you know, they have a life expectancy of maybe, like, it's not the same as a hard drive, right? So that could go at any time. The RAM sticks could go at any time. Loads of things could go wrong at any time. So I was like, 5080 is okay. Maybe next year when things go, you know, if hopefully things go well, I'll then get a brand new PC. But for now, a 5080 is in there. It's cool. You know, I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm never going to go back to that shop again though, because the guy had an attitude and I was a paying customer. You know, I wasn't trying to argue. It's just, when I was speaking to a lot of my tech friends, they're like, why is he charging you £100 to fit in a graphics card? I had no idea. Let me know what you don't think about that story, because I thought it was so weird. But we got our PC back. We're streaming. We're back to doing consistent content and streams. There was a content that I wanted to release a while back ago. with the Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn fight, but I didn't even get to release it. And I feel like it's old now. And I'm still contemplating whether to release it or not, because it's like a lot of behind the scenes footage that I felt like you lot would have enjoyed. Yeah, that PC saga lasts for like 2 weeks, so it's kind of annoying. But we're back now, and yeah, I hope to be here for a while now, because we've had a lot of, ups and downs. It's always like, yeah, he's doing a lot of content. Yeah, he's streaming, PC dies. Oh yeah, this has happened. Oh yeah, the studio's gone. So I kind of want it to be like just consistent now. I just want a smooth sailing ship. So hopefully, fingers crossed, everything will go well. And, we ain't going to have none of these hiccups again, man. But let me know what you lot think in the comment section down below about that story. And we'll be on to the next video. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.
Simmer down. Simmer now. Couple kicks to your boat. I'm a winner now. Like Eddie with the feet. I'm a killer now. Simmer down. Simmer now.